Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with Excel, and today I'm going to be bringing you a bunch of games. I hope I'll be able to actually cast all of them once I get too tired. It's quite late right now, so let's see if I'll be able to actually cast all these games I have planned for you tonight. And the first game is going to be with a player that I haven't seen play in a while. At least I haven't seen any replays of him. Not exactly sure why he hasn't been releasing any replays, or he hasn't been playing. Maybe he was busy doing other things and so forth. But it is going to be Madfrog spawning as the red Zerg at the 2 o'clock position, and here we go. We will have Fury spawning as the blue Terran at the 7 o'clock position, and my right headphone is just about ready to slide off my ear. And in case you heard that, that is exactly the noise. The noise is coming exactly from this. I'm going to pause the replay and come right back. There we go, boys and girls, I'm back, and obviously I could just restart the cast, but hey, it's not as funny, you know, it's just these bloopers, so to speak. We got bloopers from casting, so that's one of them. Okay, so, yeah, I got everything ready. I got the sound levels tweaked before I started this. I got my cup of water. I got my, I don't know, my room, I guess. It's still here. I'm inside it, and I'm quite excited to actually cast these games. But, so yeah, what I was saying about Madfrog, why it is that I'm so excited to actually cast a game of him, it's because he's actually one of the first players, if not the first player, who has really kind of evolved the style of getting in base hatcheries, so to speak. I didn't really see anyone persist with that other than him. He's been kind of the only one who's done that in beta and early live, let's say in StarCraft 2. And here we have an interesting thing. By the way, this is really annoying when you're playing Zerg or anything like that, because walling off at the bottom, even his Protoss obviously is the same thing really, because you cannot see the upper side of the base over here, so that you can't even take a sneak peek at what's being built right behind. I mean, if the wall would be up here, and let's see, are these workers going to kill each other? No, doesn't look like it. And yeah, Marines obviously are going to come out, and yeah, so the problem is you can't see up here. If the wall would be up here, you can still send a worker up at the ramp and see what's happening in the base. But like this, you have absolutely no idea what the Terran is doing, and it looks like the Terran is going to go for a uber super duper early expansion, which means that he's going to probably be making use of double meals very early on in the game, and that's really huge. Now we see Madfrog expanding. It's probably 15 hatch, 15 pull, really standard, let's say, opening for Zerg. But the thing is, I mean, for a fast expansion build, but the thing is, he and why is this where are these FPS locks happening? But yeah, thing is, like, an SCV is already here, and this might be annoying. It might be a bunker being placed down here, not exactly sure. Madfrog did pull a lot of drones off the line, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything. He needs actually more. In case you didn't know, by the way, drones do move faster than Marines. But here we go, the first batch of Zerglings is out. It's probably going to clean this up. There we go, and speed on the way also for Madfrog. Let's see, did he take the drones off gas? No, he did not. He's still mining gas, so that's pretty interesting. A lot of Zerg players actually do not do this. And here we have a very nice placement of this Overlord from Madfrog. It is going to scout the it is going to get inside the base. It is going to see this early orbital command. I'm pretty sure it's going to see that. And Zerglings. Okay, so Zerglings are going to come and try put a little bit of pressure at the ramp over here. But obviously, there's not much they can do since the wall off is complete. But I'm still pretty convinced that Madfrog is going to spot that early orbital command. Meantime, taking a look at the income tab, Madfrog is droning pretty hard right now. 23 harvesters. So 23 drones to 21 SCVs, and he's probably going to drone even more. So looks like he did take some drones off the gas there for a little while. Now he sent them back. I'm not exactly sure what Madfrog is thinking. There we go. A Baneling nest is going down, so he's going to probably get some Banelings. He might even try to bust this down. Not exactly sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But he actually did not move that Overlord. He is moving it right now. I'm actually in his camera. So this is interesting. Will he see it? Yeah, obviously he's going to see this orbital command right now. There are 2 factories getting built, so this probably means mech play right now, but there's also tech lab being added on here, so we might see some pre-igniter Hellions. Not exactly sure, but let's see. Is this Overlord going to go down? I don't think so. Very close. There we go. He doesn't want to die, so he's just moving into the safety of this space over here. Meantime, looks like Madfrog has been droning pretty heavily up until now. Take a look at this. No, actually, he got another queen. I think he was a little bit supply blocked for a little while. But the Baneling Nest is done. He's not taking up to Lair yet, which is interesting. He doesn't really... It's kind of risky what he's doing right now. I don't think he saw those factories. No, he did not. But when you see double orbital command like this, I don't think you're afraid of Banshees. But Banshees can come nonetheless. Even though you see that, they can be a little bit delayed. And obviously, if you don't have any sort of detection, like if you look at the timer, the earliest Banshees can hit is around 7:30, 8 minutes mark. So, I mean, Cloak Banshees, normal Banshees can hit even sooner. So that could be an issue, but it is not in this case. But it looks like Madfrog is taking a little bit of a risk over here. Not really planning for anything like Banshees, but he's getting a lot of Banelings right here. He's getting a lot of Zerglings in position. He's probably going to try bust down this wall. Let's see if it's going to work. Or he might just try getting some SCV kills on the line over here. But there's a bunker filled up right here, getting an engineering bay as well. And there we go. The Zerglings are trying to move in. Banelings trying to follow, but the siege tanks are going to do a lot of splash to those Banelings. Let's see how many Banelings actually do survive. The Banelings doing really very little damage compared to what they should have done. And this attack from Madfrog is pretty much failed. All the SCVs managed to get away as well, so yeah, these Zerglings are doing some damage. Did take down those Marines and the bunker, picking off 1-2 SCVs here and there, but that's really it. And that was a really big investment from Madfrog, and he's getting more links. He's probably going to try putting even more pressure on the Terran right now, but let's see. This is actually a lot of Zerglings heading towards Fury's base, so let's see, is he actually going to be able to defend this? Any more Banelings? Doesn't look like it. He does have a lot of surplus gas if you look at Madfrog's gas right now, so we're just going to have to see what he's transitioning into. Still no Lair, so this is interesting. An armory from the Terran, so yeah, the Terran is stacking up while Madfrog is really just spamming Lings right now. And here we go, Lings getting a nice surround up on the bunker. The bunker is going to go down, same with the Marines inside. Let's see, there's one tank over there, but that's pretty much it. And these Zerglings might be able to get a lot of SCV kills. Let's see what they will be able to do right now. More tanks coming in here. This position is pretty fortified, but that's a lot of Zerglings. Looks like Madfrog wants to get as many SCV kills as he can. He did take down quite a lot of SCVs there. He should maybe, yep, there we go, focusing fire on the remaining SCVs. So if we take a look at the income tab, Madfrog is doing pretty okay right now. He's actually ahead of the Terran player. And this refreshes kind of, yep, there we go. It refreshes kind of slowly. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with that indicator, but anyway, he's 8 drones ahead of the Terran, and the Terran really just wasn't able to mass up any real army. He does have 3 factories, but that's pretty much it. Getting a lot of tanks and trying to fortify his position as much as he can, but that's pretty much everything that's happening on the Terran side of things. Meanwhile, Madfrog is getting a Lair, which is good because he's gonna need, he's probably gonna need a Mutalisk. But the thing is, the Terran has gotten an armory, so he can get Thors whenever he wants to. He's also getting Infernal Pre-Igniters, so Blue Flame Hellions will probably try and harass the mineral lines, either via a drop in the main, usually. That's pretty effective, dropping somewhere over here, but there's Overlords scouting the edges, and pretty much a nice Overlord line, if you look at the map, from Madfrog, offering, I mean, if you look at the map, Madfrog has complete vision pretty much everywhere on the map except the Terran's natural, and that's pretty much it. He also does have this hidden Overlord, but Madfrog is getting a Spire right now. Mutalisk still good, even though Thors will probably be constructed, and there's also one turret over here, it seems, none at the mineral lines. Nope, no turrets at the mineral lines yet, but Blue Flame is almost done, so let's see, is he gonna try roasting the drones here or going for a drop in the main? Meantime, looks like Madfrog wants to take down the rocks here to get his 3rd up. Obviously a good response. He might even, in this case, he has enough money to actually double expand. He might even do that. He might even want to take down the rocks on this side, and he's sending more Zerglings to attack the rocks from the other side so they can go down faster. They do have a lot of armor, these rocks, 3 armor, so yeah, these Zerglings actually, if you look at it, they're only doing 2 damage, I believe. Indeed, just 2 damage to those rocks, so those rocks actually taking a long time to go down. But it's a lot of Hellions, and these Hellions are not only good for taking down drones, but also Zerglings. So let's see. I don't know. Did he see the Blue Flame? He's moving back his Lings right now. Actually, this path is open, which is not really a good thing right now, to be honest. Even though he's expanding, there's another corridor that the Hellions can abuse, and this is a lot of Hellions. This is actually 10 pre-igniter Hellions, and just like I said, Madfrog is double expanding right now. I don't think that expansion on the side will get scattered, but let's see what will happen over here. There's no mutas yet, but 11 mutas on the way, so let's see how much damage these Hellions are going to be able to do to the drones. Oh, and that's a lot of... Gotta be careful. And the Queen's blocking off the ramp just in time. I fear that if those Hellions would actually get... remember, they are light armored units, so the Banelings can actually kill a lot of these Hellions if Fury is not careful. So there we go. One more Baneling remaining. That's it. That goes down. The tanks go down. The Mutas are here right now. They are going to probably take down the Hellions, but some of the Lings, indeed, some of the Lings do go down to the Hellions. And Madfrog is looking really, really good right now. He's actually double expanding. He has map control. The Terran doesn't really have that much. If we even take a look at unit counting station, never mind the unit counting station, actually the army tab, you will see that Terran is on 86 supply, and a lot of that is actually SCVs, 47 SCVs. So Madfrog is going to be able to actually mass up a pretty big army right now. He has pretty good saturation at all his bases. Could use a few more drones here, and his main is saturated. But yeah, he's sending drones to the other expansion. So let's see. Is this actually no drones over here right now yet? So these Hellions not actually. They're just kind of. Let's see. Are they actually going to be able to take this down? No, doesn't look like it. A little bit of a waste over there from Fury. So it looks like Madfrog is going to be in a pretty commanding position right now. The Terran needs to do something. He needs a third real bad. There we go. A third command center has been built. Let's see if he's going to go for the gold. Going for the gold actually as Terran on this map is a pretty good idea. Getting a planetary fortress over here is a pretty solid foothold. You can get some turrets, maybe some bunkers, and siege up some tanks, making this position very hard to attack by the Zerg. But looks like he's going to try getting more Hellions in the mix over here, trying to roast some more of these drones. And a very good response, as you could see, from Madfrog, moving those drones almost instantly. And there we go. Some drones did go down, but I don't think that's really enough. Sending down some spine crawlers at this side expansion over here. And taking a look at this unit counting station, 14 Mutas are right now, 33 Zerglings. So pretty much Madfrog's army composition is Muta Zergling, but there are 4 Thors out right now. So Madfrog needs to be very careful with his Mutalisk or these Thors. They do have 1 attack upgrade, by the way, so he has to be very careful, otherwise the splash from the Thors can actually decimate waves of Mutalisk. So, yeah. By the way, I was looking at this engineering bay earlier, and I didn't want to say anything, but for you guys that have seen the Fun Day Monday last night with Day 9, with the Mass Queen strategy, that game in the Bronze League with the proxy engineering bay, it's just, it made my day. It was so late, actually, I wanted to go to bed, and then people were ranting on IRC about Fun Day Monday, and actually ended up watching that, and I fell asleep afterwards because I just had to stay up, even though I was so tired. That was so funny, by the way. You guys check that out. It was the Mass Queen episode, so if you can find it in his archives, actually, yeah, do check out. Day 9 is awesome. I mean, it's just fun. You can't deny it. It doesn't matter what anybody says. That was a great show, so do check that out as well. And anyway, meantime, looks like Fury is going to be moving across with a lot of Thors, a lot of tanks, and Blue Flame Hellions. This is kind of annoying army composition for Zerg to deal with, because these Hellions actually deal very well with Lings, also tanks to siege up and attack positions like this one over here, and the Thors do a lot of damage to Mutas, but there's like no Marines. This is like the first game I've seen in bazillion ages where there's no Marines. I mean, there's like no Marines, but it looks like Madfrog is going to go for a counterattack, but this is a planetary fortress. There's some tanks sieged up as well. The Lings just getting melted so fast. That's a lot of Mutas, though. The SCVs need to repair. There we go, but the turret does go down. Planetary Fortress does stay alive, though. Meantime, looks like Fury did take down this expansion at the 10 o'clock over there, so Madfrog really not trading. That wasn't really a good trade for Madfrog. But does look like... actually, I have to pause there. I think I had a little bit of a lag spike, so to speak, an FPS freeze. But Madfrog does have a lot of Mutalisk right now. Thing is, there's so many Thors, and I don't know if Madfrog can actually face those Thors with Mutalisk. He needs stuff like, he needs roaches. He definitely needs roaches, so I don't know, we're probably gonna see some roaches from Madfrog. He's getting some upgrades right now, but the mech on the Terran side has pretty much it's 2 level 2 upgrades on the mech, so looks like Madfrog wants to kill off the main of Fury and just sacrifice this expansion over here. Thing is, this is his only mining expansion that remains, but he's doing a lot of damage in the main. He's taking down the factories, which means that no Thors are going to be able to come out, or tanks. Also, the Terran player is supply block right now, And let's see, is the Terran going to pull back, or is he going to assault Madfrog's base? Thing is, he has a lot of production structures in this area, so if he loses these things, he already lost like 3 factories, I think. And that was I think it was 3 factories, not sure if it was 2 or 3, but I think it was 3. And Madfrog doing a lot of damage, taking down a lot of supply depots as well. Great play over here from Madfrog, actually sacrificing his only remaining mining base. The Terran still has the gold, I do remind you, and that's, oh my god, moving through the nice spreading of the mutas, though. These mutas are doing pretty good damage to the Thors, even though, but it is pretty risky. That's a lot of Thors, and even though you spread your mutas, that's still a lot of Thors, and the Thors have 2 level 2 weapon upgrades, and that's not really smart to do. But Madfrog did a great job over here, took down a lot of supply depots. As you can see, the Terran player is way under supply right now. He's building supply depots all over the place, and the thing is, the Terran still has a lot of tanks, a lot of Thors, and he has the gold. So he's laying down meals at the gold. He lost 1 orbital command, but let's see if he does make a push towards Madfrog's base. I'm not sure if Madfrog will actually be able to hold this off, but he's making a lot of Banelings. Banelings are still good, I remind you, against stuff like this. If you have enough Banelings, you can actually kill this off, but that's a lot of tanks, and well, these tanks, the splash from the tanks just kills Banelings so bad. And let's see, is Madfrog going to be able to hold this? Nice, is taking him down. A lot of aliens over there. Let's see, a lot of Banelings moving in, and that was pretty good, weakening off most of the Thors. Thors do go down because of the mutas and the tanks basically remaining undefended because there's no anti-air defense, and a lot more tanks actually being left behind over here. They're gonna go down. These aliens not gonna be able to do anything either, and it looks like Madfrog has tipped the odds in his favor. That attack looked pretty scary, but Banelings actually did their job, taking out most of the mech, actually. All the Thors, which was enough for the mutas to actually take down everything else. Looks like he's going to be getting a lot of Banelings again. He's probably going to try busting down this planetary fortress, which is a very smart decision, because this is Fury's last mining base. But I do remind you, the planetary fortress does splash damage, so you have to be careful when you move those Banelings in there. Usually want to move something in front. Let's see. The Banelings are moving in, and there we go. The splash I was talking about, and he actually didn't go for the... Oh, is he gonna... The mutas are moved... Oh, that is really... okay. Taking a lot of SCVs, though, but... actually, that planetary fortress surviving with, like, 5 HP there, that was pretty unfortunate for Madfrog. I feel for him right now. He must feel a little bit, you know, I don't know. You just kind of lose momentum or something when something like that happens to you, but... He's still doing okay. The Terran doesn't have an expansion over here. He does have the gold, though. Madfrog is mining from this expansion. He's getting more mutas right now. Actually, he has, let's see, 60 mutas. And that's only 2 Thors. But the thing is, there's also 3 turrets. So those mutas could actually take down those Thors if it weren't for the turrets. But yeah, Madfrog is trying to scout around, see what's happening in the Terran base, if there's anything he needs to worry about. Doesn't look like it, though. And Madfrog is just trying to... I think right now what he needs to do is secure gold for himself, or secure himself another base, because I don't think he's going to be able to sustain this game off just one base against the Terran a Terran that is mining off the gold. But let's see. It's all going to come down to how he uses these Mutalisk. And there we go, the Terran actually making more Thors and Hellions. There's like no Marines in this game. This is such a... Actually, I like this game because every game I see is filled with Marines. And for a change, I don't have to see that many Marines. Gotta be careful with the mutas, though. Right now, the Thors are coming closer. And that supply depot probably gonna burn down. And there we go. There's actually a supply depot that has an add-on on it. So that's a lot of supply. And the Terran is still not supply blocked, to my surprise. Madfrog taking this space again. Let's see, is he actually going to be able to hold it this time? The thing is, if you take a look at the income tab, the Terran and Madfrog are pretty much at the same level. A little bit of gas advantage for the Terran. He is going to be taking this space right here. He's setting up a lot of turrets so that mutas can't really harass so well. There we go, landing the command center, getting a planetary fortress. This is interesting, but the links are moving in, and this is probably not going to be done in time. The Army of Fury is out of position, and it is very immobile. That's what you have to keep in mind. Mech is very slow, and that is where the Zerg can actually take advantage of the Terran's weaknesses. Taking down some of the turrets over there. Thors are coming closer. Gotta be careful. Don't want to lose your Mutalisk in a silly misclick. So he does move back right now. Did interrupt mining at least, did take down those turrets as well as some workers, so good job from Madfrog so far. He also is getting, that base is almost ready, but is Fury actually going to check this? He might just check it now that he's in position, and is he actually going to check it? Doesn't see any creep, but he will see it right now. There we go. So that expansion is probably going to go down again, but there's a lot of bailings being made by Madfrog right now, and well, this is gonna go down, that's for sure. The Terran is resecuring this one, getting Planetary Fortress again, and Madfrog is forced to go for the gold. I think this is the best decision. I think he should have gone for the gold a little while back, even though the Terran had his gold up. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see what happens. That's a lot of bailings, and if he does manage to wipe out these Thors and Hellions, he's probably gonna be okay. So it all depends to how those bailings are gonna play out in this game right now. And the Thors are, that's the thing, the Thors are just, they're great, but they're so slow. So you can't really be in all places at once with the Thors, while with Mutalisk and Zerglings, you can actually do that. Oh, that was a lot of, oh my god. Ouch, that's a lot of drones roasted. Let's see, and this is probably lagging still. I don't think it's 44 drones, maybe, but I'm gonna keep it open nonetheless. Let's see, does it drop below 44? No, actually seems like Madfrog had a lot of drones, so didn't lose that much. Thing is, he's gonna take some drones off of here and probably expand to the goal. No, there we go. It did refresh, just like I said. That indicator is so goddamn bugged. I don't understand it, but anyway, looks like Madfrog is gonna try taking this down for good, and Terran is scouting. He's probably gonna go for it. They both might just go for some sort of base trade. And I don't think that's a lot of Thors. He needs Banelings here. He needs to like morph all these Zerglings into Banelings. The Hellions are here as well. Madfrog is gonna be turning back with his Mutas, I think. I'm not sure. No, this is gonna be hard to follow. Basically, I'm just gonna look at both sides of the map at the same time. He's probably gonna lose this for sure. It is mined out though. It's not a big deal, but I don't know. He's getting another expansion over here. He still has this sub. He has a lot of Zerglings. But he will lose his main, and he might just lose this as well if the Terran moves forward. Let's see who's going to be able to actually take down things faster. This Planetary Fortress is still up. A lot of tanks here as well. Turrets. Some buildings being placed in different positions right now, lifting them off and landing everything close to the Planetary Fortress. Everything here has been leveled. It is all going to die. And pretty much same with Madfrog's main. I think he's going to lose his Baneling Nest and spawning pool, and this is pretty exciting right now. I actually have absolutely no idea how this game is gonna look like. Looks like Madfrog is doing his best, but he's losing so many buildings. I mean, this is so many Thors right now. Only a lot of Banelings can actually deal with this. Some tanks in the mix with Hellions, and I have no idea if Madfrog is going to be able to pull out of this one. Oh, there we go, a lot of Banelings getting morphed over here. Are they going to make it in time, though? I have no idea. There we go. He does have Baneling speed. There's a lot of creep. There's creep everywhere. And if Madfrog takes this fight, I think he can win the game, but let's see. He doesn't really have... He has those Mutas, these Lings, and the tanks aren't sieged up. Oh, the units are clumped, and... Ow, sending the Lings in as well, and this is gonna be... There's just so many Thors, and Banelings don't do enough damage to Thors. You need like so many Banelings. When you reach a critical number of Thors like this, it is so hard to actually do anything. There we go. Madfrog does GG, so... Wow, what a weird game, and with like only mech. And this is so unorthodox of Terran. Actually, I do play... Well... I play ladder. I usually play against, well, 95% of the case I play when I'm not getting cheesed, which is 90% of the case. But the other 10% of the cases, let's say 95% of the cases, there people start playing. So 90. This is getting confusing. It's spinning with your. It's messing with your head. I know, but anyway. So 95% of those 10%, when I'm not getting cheesed on ladder. They will go for Marines and pretty much standard play, maybe Banshees, stuff like that, but nobody really starts straight up with just mech. I mean, just loads of factories and get tanks and Thors off the bat. They usually transition into that, which is even harder to actually adapt to, but this game has been played with mech from the start. A very, very unusual game. I'm actually quite glad that I could cast this one. So this is pretty interesting for Terran players out there that, you know, you can... You can actually play with mech from the start, especially since you think about the fact that Blue Flame Hellions are just so good, and they're not just good for roasting drones, but they're insane against lings. The only thing you can do as Zerg is get a lot of roaches, but then again the tanks come into play and the Thors and stuff like that, and roaches start to lose their efficiency. You just need a lot of roaches after that. But yeah, good game from both players actually. I thought Madfrog could maybe get this game, but I don't agree with the fact that, well, he should have pulled back a little bit earlier, I think, and catch these Thors clumped up in a position where those Banelings could actually do more damage to all the Thors. I think that was the key. Because those Banelings just splash damage, but they did splash to just like 3 or 4 Thors at the most. And yeah, it wasn't really enough. And by the way, yeah, Thors just one-shot lings and stuff like that, and they are fully upgraded. Their weapons are fully upgraded, and 1-level armor as well. So, yeah, interesting games. A lot of expanding, a lot of expansions getting killed, a lot of base trades going around. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was pretty fun for me to cast, but it's so late and I'm kind of tired. And if I missed anything in the game, I apologize, but I'm so tired. I'm gonna try casting some more games though, because I have some good replays over here, so I want to get those done. I'll see if I can stay awake, and yeah, I'll see you guys in those games if I'll be casting them, and stay tuned for more videos.